Hey everyone. Made the tough decision today to let Shane go as our defensive coordinator, and effective immediately, we're gonna let Charlie Bullen run the defense as our defensive coordinator. I got a lot of faith in Charlie, and obviously these decisions aren't easy. And Shane's a good person. He's a good man. He's a good coach. Just the results just weren't where we wanted them to be, and so Charlie's gonna step up for us and rally the group. The defensive staff will rally around Charlie and put together a great plan. I got a lot of confidence in the room and a lot of confidence in our staff to do that.
Brian Dunleavy.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ron.
What changed since last night? I believe you were asked, I wasn't there, but I believe you were asked last night about Shane, and you said you had a lot of confidence in Shane going forward.
I just had an opportunity to watch the tape, look back at a few weeks, watch a lot of the defense, watch a lot of what was kind of going on, the communication, and just felt like this was the right time to do it. When I got the job, quickly, I didn't want to make a lot of rash decisions and jump to anything really quick. I wanted to have some time to sit back, evaluate it, look at it, and kind of figure out what the best thing to do was. So, wanted to be calculated in how I handled it, and I thought that today was the right time.
Understood. And then why Charlie? Because like obviously when I look at this, you've been with Eggs and Dre for 4 years, so I assume you have pretty longer relationships with them. And Marquand's actually called plays before, I think, in the NFL with the Falcons. So what made him the right choice?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They have a lot of experience on that defensive staff with Dre, with Marquand, with Eggs. Like those guys are going to do a great job, and they're going to be a great asset for Charlie. I have a lot of faith in Charlie and the things that he's brought from, the pedigree that he brings, coming into this defense. I think he's a smart coach. I think he's detailed, he's aggressive, and his room has had a lot of production. And I think he's ready for the task, and I know he's ready for the task. And so he's gonna jump in. He's meeting with the staff right now, and these guys will get rolling for him.
Thanks, Mike.
Patty Traina.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good morning.
Mike, last week I believe you had Pat Fitzgerald in to watch a couple of practices. I know he's a mentor of yours. He's also from the defensive side of the ball. And I'm just wondering, is he someone who maybe you would lean on in this time, given Charlie doesn't have really a lot of experience as a defensive coordinator, maybe as, have Pat as a consultant, if you will?
Coach Fitz is a good friend of mine, just visiting, but he really won't be involved in terms of like our staff.
And then in terms of, Charlie's experience, again, he's never been a DC at, I don't think, any level. That being said, do you anticipate maybe a little bit more support, if you will, in the play calling process from those who have done it, or for a collective group effort, maybe?
Yeah, well, Charlie will call it, and then I think the one of the strengths our defensive staff has is a lot of really smart coaches in that room that can put together a great plan for them and support them, and myself included. I'm part of that. How can I be an asset for the defense? How can I be an asset for the offense? How can I be an asset for the special team? So it's all hands on deck. Everyone's going to be a part of it. The players are included in this as well, and so we all got to take ownership of our individual jobs and then our collective jobs as a unit.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mark Cannizzaro.
Hey, Mike. I'm just curious. I mean, you spoke about looking at the film, having a chance to look at the film since yesterday afternoon, last evening. What are the things that have disturbed you the most about what's been going on with the defense, particularly late in these games, as you have had time to assess what you've seen?
Here's what I'm excited about. As I saw a group of guys, a group of men, step up and battle and take a really good team toe to toe. And so there's a lot of good things that came out of that game from the coaching staff. I think there's some areas where we can continue to improve, and we'll have those meetings today. We'll find where we can just build just a little bit of an edge on defense, offense, and special teams. And then we'll go and put together a great plan for practice to attack those edges and figure out where we can just find a way to just get a little bit better. And so that's going to be our focus. That's going to be our messaging to the coaches and the players. No one's panicking. No one's, going down in the dumps. Our spirits are high. Our spirits are confident. And now it's about putting together a great plan and then go and executing that.
If I could just ask a follow regarding offense, it just seems like your offensive line, particularly, has been really good for the most part of the season, and particularly yesterday, I thought. Can you speak to what the good things that you guys did on offense? I mean, obviously, the result of the game is what is in everybody's mind most, but it seems like you guys have been kind of wasting some very good offensive performances this year. A year after you'd struggled offensively a bit the previous two.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with how our offense is playing. Not satisfied yet. I think there's a lot of things we can get better at, but our offensive line is playing really well, and that's hats off to Carm and James, in the O-line room, and then the players obviously going out there and executing. But hats off to those guys. They've taken upon themselves to really lead that group, lead the offensive group, and set the tempo for the unit.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks.
Ed Valentine.
Morning, Mike.
Morning.
Hey, you just got this job 2 weeks ago. How difficult is it? This is the first time you've had to do this, with another coach. How difficult of a day is this for you?
Yeah, well, it's certainly tough decisions to make. My thoughts are with Shane and his family. I think you try to make decisions that are the best for the football team. That was a decision I made today, but my thoughts are still with Shane. I have a lot of respect for him, working with him, a lot of respect for him and his family, and I wish him the best in the future.
Schematically, how much can Charlie change at this point? And is there anything specific that you're looking for to change on the defense?
Yeah, so we're going to give Charlie the reins to go and make the corrections that he sees fits for the defense, whether it's personnel, whether it's scheme, whether it's communication, calls. And so he's going to have to work hand in hand with the whole defensive unit to make sure that it's his vision on how he sees it. And obviously, I'll have my fingerprint on there as well, and be there and trying to be an asset for the group as well.
Thank you.
Tom Rock.
Mike, were these your decisions alone, or who did you work with on this?
Yeah, my decision to make this move.
And you talked about what Charlie's going to bring. What kind of identity do you want this defense to have under him now for the last month and a half?
Yeah, I think and again, this is all pretty fresh right now. We're getting on the same page. He's still meeting with the staff. Guys are still reviewing the tape from as their offense, defense, special teams unit. But we have a great plan. We had a great vision. We had a great conversation this morning about what that would look like. Again, that's something that we're going to build in the house and build with the players together as a group and as a team.
Do you think do you have time to build it in 5 weeks? However many games do you have left?
Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Pat Leonard.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hey, Pat.
You said it was your decision. Did you consult with Joe Shane on the decision to fire Shane Bowen?
Absolutely. I mean, all those decisions that go through the football side of it, I have conversations with Joe and make sure that we're both on the same page and united on it.
And did you consult him on the decision to make Bowen the interim defensive coordinator?
Say that again. Yes. Yes, I did.
And
yeah,
so
all those conversations that whether I'm thinking, it happens throughout the week, any of these decisions on playtime, scheme, thoughts. I mean, we talked about some of the trick plays before the game, when I was going to call those. So he has some anticipatory things. When he's up in the box, he can see how the flow of the game's going. But yeah, any of these kind of big decisions that come up, those are conversations that we had. We had them, talked about them after the game, talked about them this morning, and just making sure, we make the right decision for the team.
And on Dexter Lawrence, were you told by the medical staff he was not available due to that injury at the start of overtime? Were you told by his position coach he wasn't available? Was he the one who said he wasn't available? How did that go?
Yeah, the communication was brought up to me, and again, he was a guy that was battling through this game, this injury, and probably was just toughed it out for us and was trying to give us everything he had. And so the decision was just to kind of play him in like those pass situations, second and longs, third and long, so he can be a factor on a limited snap count. And I thought that was the right thing to do and handle him. And hats off to Dexter for toughing it out and working through that, because he got dinged up pretty well. I mean, this guy was like in tears on the sideline, but wanted to be out there with the players, and gave us his all.
Last one, if you don't mind. You said Drew Phillips came back into the game. When he went down, it looked like he was motionless. was for about 10 seconds. What was his injury, and why did he go back in the game?
Well, our medical staff checked him out and cleared him to get back in the game. So I trust what they saw. I know he went into the tent, went through the whole procedure, and I was aware of it. And the medical staff cleared him. So we're going to put him back in if that's what our medical professionals meant.
Was that a concussion protocol clearing, or was that for some other injury?
I think it's just like their normal procedure. Any kind of head, neck, they go and do those testing. I mean, I'm not 100% sure in all the concussion protocol procedures, but that's like pretty common practice. Anybody that goes through head and neck stuff or gets dinged like that, they're going to check them out.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll take two more. Jordan Renan.
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Jordan.
Apologies if you already answered something like this, but I jumped on a few minutes late. Why not wait until after the bye week so you at least have a little more, have the 2 weeks? Like, what made you want to make this move now?
I thought it was just, I thought, and I just really feel like this was the right time to do it and gives Charlie, we have a long week this week. He's got some extra time here on a Monday night to get organized and get with the staff. So just felt like this was the right time to do it and give our team the best opportunity to win.
And I'm also curious, I know you talked about, obviously you talked through everything with Joe. Where does ownership stand in these kind of decisions in regards to coaching changes at this point for you?
They're tied into all of our decisions that we make. We talk it through, me and Joe on the football side of it, and then Joe loops them in, but loops them in all our decisions. So they're on the same page and they're supporting us.
And then just on the injury front, are you still just Flanagan Fowles? He's the only one that kind of came out with something that might be significant, like long term here, several weeks.
Well, I'm not sure on the timetable. He's going to come in today and check him out, but he was the one that kind of left the game yesterday, excuse me. Yep.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Thank you.
Last one, Bruce Beck.
Hey, Mike, where do you go from here with this team? What are your goals like as you go down the stretch now?
Our goal is to go 1-0 this week. That's our only focus, is to find a way to win this one game and find a way to win today. So our prep, you'll see a bunch of players coming in today, getting some workouts in, start getting ahead of, or review the tape from yesterday, find ways to get better. They'll be in the building tomorrow. We'll be able to give them those corrections, then start getting a head start on our next opponent. But that's really all our focus is on just today and this week.
Your offense has outperformed your defense for much of the year. Do you still believe there's a solid relationship between the two units, or do you think there's a fractured side to it?
We're a team, and it's a team game. It's the greatest team game in sports. Offense, defense, special teams, we all got to find a way to win this game. And it's never about one unit. It's never about one person. It's never about one player or coach. It's about the team. It's about everybody being on the same page, everybody making sure that we have our details right, and ability to perform when we need to perform at the end of the game. So that's where we're at right now. And as a team, we'll continue to find ways to do that, be creative in our practice routine, be creative in our installations, be creative in our meetings, and then being creative and being detailed and executing on game day.
And finally, Mike, what's your message to the fans here as you go down the stretch from your viewpoint?
Yeah, our goal is to win, is to find a way to win this week. And so that's our mission. And we're going to turn over every stone we can. We're going to detail out as much as we can. We're going to put our players in the best position we can to find a way to win this week.